Good day, and thank you for tuning in today. My name is Jaime Tatis. I have the pleasure of working at Telus, leading its data strategy and enablement. In my current role, I work alongside different business units in order to make Telus a leading insights-driven company, leveraging next-generation cloud-based architecture for enterprise analytics and delivering cutting-edge AI and ML capabilities to accelerate value creation. I am passionate about leveraging data to unlock change and transform businesses into data-driven companies. In this keynote presentation, I want to share some of the experiences I have collected during the data transformation journey that Telus is undertaking. First, let me talk about Telus. Telus is much more than a traditional telecommunications organization. We are a dynamic, world-leading communications and information technology company with more than 16 million customer connections spanning wireless, data, IP, voice, television, entertainment, video, security, healthcare, and agriculture. We're also accelerating our digital transformation and working closely with our partners at Google as part of our 10-year strategic alliance to modernize our IT and network infrastructure and explore co-innovation projects together, which will redefine how services deliver in Canada and beyond. At Telus, we're committed to bridging the digital, social, and economic divides by connecting people to what matters most, enabling better health outcomes, caring for the planet our children will inherit, advising educational opportunities for our future leaders, and keeping people safe in our digital world. Now I will share some slides with you to guide the conversation. It is an understatement to mention how fast technology is changing. The cycle time of new technology is accelerating. As Bell Labs Computer Classes says, every 10 years, an entirely new class of computing emerges, which is 10 times smaller, cheaper, and faster. The increasing computing power and decreasing costs have unleashed an unprecedented acceleration of digital transformation, producing products and offerings, which further increase competitive pressures among virtually all industries. At the center of it all, you have companies, governments, and organizations at different stage of technical and digital maturity, driving not one, but multiple transformative initiatives simultaneously. However, as with any transformation, one must have a clear vision in mind and the ability to break down into clear, measurable outcomes how to achieve this vision. As leaders, it is common to feel an urge to fix it all. You may want to get rid of all your old systems, reduce most of the technical debt, and at the same time deliver new functionalities to the business. In reality, attempting to fix it all at the same time can cause your efforts and resources to divide and split and go into 1,000 different directions with no clear outcomes to fill your story or to drive more transformation. There are no magic bullets. In simple terms, we have three distinct buckets of work. They are namely reducing the technical debt, fixing defects or bugs, and creating new functionalities. As part of the data transformation, it is imperative to quantify and tag the real category of work in each of these buckets. They are interconnected, but usually, evenly splitting work into the three buckets is not efficient. One has to be clear about where the most value or where the biggest impediment for the success of the transformation at hand lies. For instance, in certain cases, it's worthwhile to dedicate 90% of the resources of work to technical debt and almost nothing for new features. In this case, it means that the current infrastructure and processes are obsolete. Therefore, they present the main impediment for transformation. In other cases, going faster on the creation of new functionalities will make sense when the current state of the infrastructure and architecture is not impeding on the ability to create sustained new features and functionalities. Whatever is chosen needs to be transparent to the organization so that the why, how, and what are clear, similar to what you will postpone and take care of later on. Most companies have an S-curve of technology and change adoption. Like any S-curve, you have a group of early adopters, the middle of the pack, and technology laggards. Delivering solid and clear outcomes to the early adopters while motivating and reducing friction for the middle of the pack based on solid results acts as natural energy to continue the transformation. At the center of the adoption is not just technology, but people and processes that allows the organization to effectively communicate, inspire, and permeate the need for change. In other words, its culture. To succeed, companies need to make use of their adaptive culture and engage employees at all levels of the organization. You must secure and have explicit executive commitments for a transformation to take place. You also need active support. A company that embraces change develops teams that are empowered to make quick decisions and have the flexibility to deliver dynamic business solutions. Without a doubt, in today's rapid evolving business environment, the most successful organizations will be the ones with an adaptable and flexible culture and the ability to unlock the true potential of data. Now let me move on to the next section. When people think about being data-driven, the terms AI and advanced analytics first come to mind. However, to be able to do it at a scale, you need very solid foundations to achieve it. In my experience, the fundamental elements to consider are what data you have as a company, where does it reside, what does it mean, and is the data any good in terms of quality? These are not easy questions to answer, given the fact that you need to go through both legacy and modern systems at enterprise scale. Think about all the mainframes you may have, for example. I conceptualize data ecosystems as three layers. First layer is what data we have available as a company. The second layer is what data from the available pool we can and are using for analytics. And the last layer, how the data we use for analytics is creating more insights. Metadata management is a living organism which requires a cultural change. Teams need to understand why it is critical to document and catalog data, which is similar to what software developers have been doing for decades. For us now, it's very normal that software developers keep code repositories for version control. They need to know how to manage the life cycle of their code. It's the same for data. You need to know and manage the life cycle of your data as you do for your code. Data catalogs enhances the team member experience and streamlines productivity. What does it mean for every team member working with data? Well, it means that there is no need anymore for unbearable spreadsheets. So you remember in the past days, systems of record will have data architects that will have spreadsheets with some information about the data these systems generated. That is not something you can scale at enterprise level. Also, you don't need to leverage the body system for finding a data set. In the past, you needed to ensure that you knew the teams that you needed to go, that were the teams owning those systems of record, and hopefully they will have that spreadsheet that will allow you to find the information and the data that they were producing. And lastly, what it really means for every team member working with data is to know that the information is reliable and readily available. Finding the right data assets no longer requires weeks or months for us. It's just a few days. In fact, without proper data management, a data scientist could consume 80% or more of their time finding, gathering, and validating the quality of the data sets required for their models. Part of the cultural transformation is also the need of a flexible mindset that is open to change and a relentless drive to break data silos. To become data-driven, companies cannot make holistic decisions within data silos. In a data siloed world, each department makes decisions based on the data they have, meaning the data they have access to, missing important and relevant information and insights from other business units or departments that could show a more holistic picture and lead to more well-rounded and solid decision making. Telus has evolved its use of data silos to inform different technology decisions and support distinct processes across different business units. As a technology leader in the Canadian marketplace, Telus put its customers first in everything we do. For example, by the nature of our business, we are an omni-channel company. A customer's journey that begins online may transition to a retail store and possibly to a customer care agent. Collecting and processing data across all aspects of the customer journey is essential to becoming a truly customer 360 company. And you do that so you can market to the customer better. You can design a better experience for them and to truly digitally transform how you operate. We need to bring data from across our organization, curate it, transform it, and enrich it in order to drive more actionable intelligence. Our technology enablement strategy is leveraging cloud technologies for this digital transformation. If you break down customer journeys into different categories like learn, buy, get, use, pay, and support, Telus has data analytics transformation initiatives underpinning all these stages. A reliable cloud partner can provide 10 times scale capability that we need and also brings cutting edge AI capabilities to the table. Leveraging these capabilities allow us to develop smarter products and services. Just think how much a natural language interface transforms how you can operate and serve your customer and also extract costs out of your operation. As an example, imagine a customer 360 data platform that operationalizes insights for different channels, ensuring that no matter the channel, you can have all relevant insights to offer the best customer experience at any moment in their journey. As part of our data-driven initiatives, we are consolidating both legacy and more modern warehouses into a single enterprise data hub, where the curated information and insights are available to the company under a privacy and security by design construct, effectively democratizing the data at scale, allowing business units to leverage the power of our data. It's key that we continue to support a self-serve model for our analysts. Moreover, beyond breaking data silos and having solid metadata management processes, is the transformation from data to insights. Data insights are the result of contextually analyzing raw data, leading to the implementation and execution of one or several actions. I use the word contextually in purpose because creating high-quality data insights require analysis of the data itself. This is why contextually savvy communities of data scientists and advanced analytic engineers are vital. They have the expertise to interpret complex data and derive the appropriate actions from it. This is why efficiently documenting, sharing, and leveraging of these insights across multiple areas of the organization can unlock the true value of a company's data. Moving on, I want to talk a bit about AI, of course. Now that we discussed the cultural change required for teams to understand why it is critical to document and catalog data, the importance of breaking silos and transforming data to insights, let's talk about AI. I personally like the definition of AI as the science of building intelligent machines from large volumes of data and learning from experience to perform human-like tasks. I like of this definition a part that I want to remark, that is the large volume of data section. So as we talk in the last minutes, we have talked about the importance of knowing what data assets are available, but also breaking data silos. AI requires several data enablement technologies. It requires clean, useful data, which comes as data pipelines from different sources, lakes, warehouses, or a combination of them that allows data scientists to efficiently find the data required under a secure and privacy by design construct. For certain, AI is one of the most exciting technologies of our times. At Telus, we're using AI to enhance the quality of decisions and efficiency of common human methods, improving customer experience, improving the quality of our products, and very importantly, for social good purposes. What we have seen here at Telus is that showing our people how data can be used to benefit our communities and society for social good goes a long way in encouraging them, our team members, our clients, to champion the use of data. A great example of how big data ties into our overarching focus on social capitalism is Telus's Data for Good program. Data for Good is a privacy-first program that provides governments, health authorities, and academic researchers with a platform to access strongly de-identified and aggregated network mobility data to assist in health initiatives free of charge. It has been instrumental in curbing the spread of COVID-19, lessen its health and economic impacts, and contribute to studies that could prevent or mitigate future phases of COVID-19 or other pandemics. The program provided real-world information needed to make more strategic and informed decisions that help to improve Canadian lives and communities. I have been asked several times, what are the main behaviors that help fuel AI? For me, the answer is that AI requires a culture of innovation and curiosity, and of course, effective data scientists. Effective data scientists are able to combine the computer science knowledge with mathematics, statistics, and deep understanding of the business. At Telus, we strongly focus on constantly improving the way we test hypotheses so it is fast and cost efficient, and then we scale solutions as they prove and deliver value. For innovation, the focus is on the team's ability to test and scale as results are present. How to decide what to test is equally important. Some ideas can be tested quickly and cost effectively, and the cloud allows them to do that at a scale, while other hypotheses are more complex or more expensive to test, and their priority actually gets set accordingly. Another component that is very used in Telus is we resist the urge to use proxy metrics. What I mean for proxy metrics are metrics that are not tied to the outcome. We don't put emphasis on output, but the outcome, ensuring that what you're trying to deliver is very tied to the business value or goal that you want to achieve. You can get lost in developing models to produce outputs, but not necessarily outcomes. So you cannot rely on proxy metrics for decision making. You need to find metrics that directly tie to business outcomes. You need to be able to see the end-to-end of how you work, the work of the data engineers, the data scientists, create business value in close to real time as you can. This way, you can have a good understanding where your bottlenecks are, and you can work accordingly to ensure that you create more pipelines, create more efficient processes that allows to ensure that that value chain keeps being effective. To conclude, my final message is enable people in your organization to be data champions and data campaigners. There is always an S-curve of technology adoption. Leveraging the stories, results, and transformation achieved from the teams on the top of the S-curve is vital to keep moving to the right of the graph. Data-driven transformation is a marathon, not a sprint. And there is a lot to learn along the journey, not only about technology, but most critically about process and culture change required to make it happen. Technology is transforming how we work and live at warp speed. Rapid and aggressive competition, coupled with fast-moving regulatory landscape, is forcing all companies to embrace new ways of working. The required transformation is not just a mere technology upgrade, but also a profound and essential change in the mindset of leaders and employees alike. Companies who can master this cultural change will be the ones to succeed, no matter where technology is going to take us. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.